Good morning, futures traders. Today is Tuesday, April 29th, the time 9:35. We're trading the NQ on the 1 minute Heikin-Ashi using the QuantAlpha Ninjatrader manual trading strategy. Right now, we have no signal available at this point. We had a quant long around 8:30 this morning that was not valid because it was below the 1 EMA. And we haven't really had a signal since. We had an S2 around 9:29 here, but it wasn't valid because it wasn't above the 100. We had another S2 that was valid because it was above the 100. However, it had no room. It was only 40 ticks to the next area of resistance. So now we're just going to wait to see if we can get a valid trade. We do have news at 10 a.m., so we may not get anything until post-news. Okay, we have a pretty big bar forming here. If this closes above and we have a high volume signal, this would signify a valid S2 because we still had the quant long here that wasn't valid, but it's not. It did not have the high volume bar and it did not close above the 100. Plus, I don't believe there's 80 ticks between here and this area of resistance, 75, so it would still not be valid. So again, we wait. Okay, so the market turned around. We will look for an S3 potential here. Again, we need to wait for a high volume bar, and then we would take the order above this zone here, if we get it. That would be a valid setup. So that's what we're looking for now. Either that or we look for a quant short, either one. But there is news at 10 o'clock, so I'm sure that it'll go crazy a little bit because it's pretty important news. So again, we're waiting. Okay, so we're just kind of in a holding pattern right now before the news. We have about 3 minutes until the news, so you can see we're stuck in a range here. So we're looking for an S2 or an S3. It would be an S2 because we had an invalid quant long, or it would be an S3 if we had a high volume bar. We would place the order above here. So if we get a high volume bar, we place it above this zone here. And that's considered actually an S2 and an S3. So we'll wait. I mean, we got 3 minutes until the news. Okay, the news hit, so we're just going to wait for the craziness to stop. As you can see, we have a bar that's going back and forth. So we'll wait to see what we get here. All right, we have an S2 and an S3 setup here. We did have a high volume bar, so we put the trade above this zone area here.
Order filled.
All right, so $437. Let's take a look here, see what that looks like. So $2,143 on the trade total with the copier. So let's update our sheet here for April 29th. Let me just do that here and add this. And that was what, 433. So here are the stats for the month so far. Let's update the total. So that looks like 3485, and then we'll add the 433. So we're up to 3918 for the month so far. Okay, so you can see with the QuantAlpha strategy, we had 1, 2, 3 losing days during the month. And we are at 3918 total. Again, each one of these are per account. I don't put the total for the copier. I just do the per. So that's where we are for today. It was another good day. Hopefully you enjoyed this content. If you do, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, please send an email, message me on Discord, join the channel, or leave a comment. Have a great day, and we'll be back tomorrow.